If your autistic child is verbal, how did you get to the diagnosis? I saw this question on Reddit, and I thought it was a very interesting question and a good question. My child is verbal. She was diagnosed with autism in December of 2024. She was hitting all of the developmental marks. She was our first, so there were things going on that we could tell was unique to other kids, but we didn't know that it could be a neurological disorder. We sent her to preschool last fall, September 2024, and she had transition troubles, meltdowns. She preferred to play alone. She, didn't sit during story time, which I'm like, okay, she's 3. But, things like that. I think the main thing was the meltdowns at transitions. So she got kicked out of the preschool. They said they were not equipped to handle her. It was a very confusing, traumatic time for us because we really didn't know what was going on. They were like, you should get her early childhood screening. They were saying a lot without saying it. They probably couldn't say much, and using language we didn't know. It just happened fast, like less than a month in to school, I got the call that she couldn't go there anymore. So it was crazy. I feel like it was poorly handled. Sorry, that's a whole separate topic. We don't need to talk about that now. We're talking about how we got to the diagnosis. We're in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We did her early childhood screening with Minneapolis Public Schools. She passed the educational side, but she did struggle through the test a bit, getting a little overwhelmed, making some noises, trouble kind of answering questions, which we always knew she kind of had trouble with questions and she would get overwhelmed. So that was noted in her test. And then, at the end I explained what happened with preschool. So then they recommended an assessment at St. David's, which is a really great place in Minnesota for autism and just other behavioral things going on, mental health for kids. So we got her assessment at St. David's, and I feel like we were really lucky. This all happened very fast. So she got kicked out of preschool. Her last day was like October 31st. She had her early childhood screening November 7th, and then her assessment December something. I can't remember the exact day. We got lucky that it doesn't normally happen that fast. I don't know how we got it going so quickly. So her assessment, I don't want to say it went poorly. I guess it went how it should because it just showed what was going on with her. She couldn't handle much. She had a huge meltdown. It was very tough to watch. And so after that, she was diagnosed with autism. And kind of going into it, and I started researching autism, I was like, okay, I do think she's autistic. And then, sure enough, coming out of the assessment, she was diagnosed. So it was the social emotional side that got us to the diagnosis. As hard as that preschool experience was, if we hadn't done it, we wouldn't have gotten to the diagnosis. And who knows if we would have gotten her to the help she needed. Because then from there, we got her in occupational and speech therapy. And we did ECFE classes, early childhood family education through Minneapolis. Connected with some amazing connected with some really amazing people that I will be eternally grateful for the rest of my life. They helped us so much. Met some really great moms. Made friends. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't gotten there. And my daughter has made such great progress. That is how I got to our diagnosis.